Hello everyone. It has been another incredibly busy week for ALBA with activity in Westminster, but more importantly here on the ground in Scotland. We started the week off with the ALBA National Council next to my constituency in Dunfermline, Fife, and key motions were debated on Scottish currency and the health and welfare importance of single-sex school toilets for girls. Just as significantly, ALBA's internal democracy got off to a vigorous start with lots of candidates standing for key party positions. Piece by piece, the democratic structures of our party are being securely built. Well, then it was off to Westminster where Kenny McCaskill and I led a debate on offshore renewables. This week the Scottish Government celebrated 400 jobs for NIG, and rightly so. However, in the last few years we have lost both Bifab in Fife and the Western Isles and the wind tower factory at Machrihanish. Scotland has 1/4 of Europe's resources of offshore wind. By now we should have tens of thousands of jobs lined up in a national share in every offshore wind project in our waters. That is the scale of ALBA's ambition for Scotland. It's time that other parties shared that ambition. The same Scottish Government now celebrates the withdrawal of Shell from the Campbell project, almost oblivious to the danger of the loss of thousands of key oil jobs in the northeast of Scotland and the threat to key facilities such as Grangemouth and Mossmorton in my constituency. ALBA say that oilfield development should continue on a zero carbon basis, with every project contributing to the immediate reigniting of the Scottish carbon capture proposals recently betrayed by Westminster. It is because of the oil and gas exploration that we know that the geology of the North Sea offers the best sites in the world for successful carbon capture and storage, without which Scotland, the UK and indeed Europe's climate change targets cannot be met. With Scottish carbon capture we can make a huge contribution to meeting the climate emergency. St Andrew's Day saw the welcome release of Craig Murray from his totally unjust incarceration, and ALBA activists were there on the spot among the crowd welcoming Craig back to active campaigning. Craig then became our guest of honour at the ALBA Christmas party, guided by party chair the wonderful Tasmina Ahmed Sheikh, which in addition to generating valuable funds for campaigning, raised a magnificent collection of Christmas toys for deprived kids in Glasgow. At the exact same time the Christmas party was running, over 40 potential ALBA candidates convened online in a training session for next year's election campaign under the chair of local government convener Councillor Lee Wilson. Lee and other ALBA councillors have been active this week on the disgracefully slow reconnection rate of people around Scotland with their electricity cut off for up to a week in this freezing weather. They've also been rejecting the Scottish Government's ridiculous sex survey of young school kids. In recovering from a pandemic, you would think the Scottish Education Department would have better things to do with their time than alienating parents and embarrassing youngsters across the country. Believe me, that is just a mere snippet of ALBA's weekly activity as we prepare for our next National Day of Action on Independence next Saturday, December the 11th. Look to your local organisation for details of activity in your area. Join us, because whilst campaigning is important, it is also great fun. Until I see you later, slàinte.